I want to welcome you back. I'm Deanna Norelli, yoga health coach, registered dietitian with Tulasara Wellness. And I'm following up on my previous videos about the anti-inflammatory lifestyle. I'm in my kitchen here today. I wish you were here. And I just thought this would be the place to talk with you about fats and oils, right? Fat is not a bad word, and many of us remember these low-fat diets back in the 90s where you could eat all the crackers and angel food cake and bread that you wanted. But what happened? Did people get healthier? Did they get leaner? No, not at all. And so I want to just simplify things for you today about fats from an anti-inflammatory perspective. I also want to just clarify, because I've talked in my previous videos about Ayurveda, the science of life, the Eastern wellness philosophy, and today I'm coming from a Western nutrition perspective. The difference is Ayurveda doesn't really look at fats as good or bad. Ayurveda looks at the fats that we eat as, are they bringing our elements and our body, mind, and spirit into balance? Different approach in Western medicine. So we're looking at Western today. Fat's not a bad word. In fact, you need it in your diet. You need these essential fatty acids in your diet. So how to choose? It starts in the kitchen. It actually starts at the grocery store. What are you putting in your cart? What are you bringing into your home? And what are the little micro decisions that you make every single day about how to nourish yourself? More specifically, how are you going to outline your cells in your body? Are you going to outline them with unsaturated, monounsaturated fats that are anti-inflammatory, or are you going to outline them with saturated fats that can increase the inflammation? Here's the difference. So these unsaturated fats, I just have a few today, but if you are still old school and have other oils in your house, you might want to reconsider if you're trying to reduce your risk of inflammation. Extra virgin olive oil, organic canola oils are the highest in unsaturated fat. Let me back up just a step. All of these oils, we could take 10, 20 different oils here, are still composed of different, let's say, percentages of these fats: monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, and saturated. The reason these two get kind of promoted to the cooking oils is, number one, olive oil and the amount of research on it, and decades of research with the Mediterranean diet, but also because they are highest in the monounsaturated fat, which is anti-inflammatory. When you're choosing oil to cook food in, to marinate, to fry an egg, to grill in, anything like that, those are your top two choices. Canola oil is great at higher temps. That would be the place to start. There are several others that are considered good fats, if you will. I have a couple things here today, not necessarily like liquid oils, but flaxseed, excellent source of omega-3 fats. We have nuts. We'll be talking more about these guys, but I have individual packs of cashews and almonds, great for on the go. Where are you going to put these in your diet? I like to focus on, like, what can I add? Because if I'm adding these things I should be having, then maybe those things I shouldn't be having could fall away. Nix the crackers, the chips, and all the stuff that's coming in a box. Start bringing these whole foods in. I'd rather you have an avocado next to your salad at lunch than a handful of chips or crackers. Make sense? Okay, those are the good fats, right? Fish, we'll be talking more about fish, flaxseed, walnuts, hemp seed, these are a couple more that I missed. But the bad guys, right? The saturated guys, there's actually a budget on these, okay? Depends on how many calories you need in a day. I don't want you to have to worry about doing equations, no math. But if you could budget yourself maybe 10 to 15 grams per day of total saturated fat. Take a look at your cheese, your dairy, your milk, your meats, and things like that. I happen to have this in the house. Butter, I don't use it as my primary fat. I do use it in some baking. Ayurveda would love us to use more ghee. I use some of this too. Because this is a source of saturated fat, pro-inflammatory. right? Good fats, anti-inflammatory, bad guys, pro-inflammatory, and you have a choice. Trans fats. By now you've heard about these things. They've been out and talked about for decades, but read your food labels because you will still find some food labels that have partially hydrogenated oil. That turns out to be a bad guy, and the reason it's so bad is at a cellular level, your body just doesn't recognize it, and it wreaks havoc. Simple tips: olive oil, canola oil, nuts, fish, flaxseed. These are the keys. I hope that helps. See you soon.